Okay. Okay, I'm Everett Martin, and this is my project on sociological imagination. The definition of sociology is the scientific and systematic study of groups and group interactions, societies and social interactions, from small and personal groups to very large groups. A group of people who live in a defined geographic area, who interact with each other, and who share a common culture is what sociologists call a society. That was on page 8. The significance of sociology in my experience throughout my daily life. The relevance and impact of social class, power, and hierarchies has a big impact on my everyday life. Um, Change how I perceive society and to not view sociology as a term with no real meaning and not just like a term thrown around. People just say, "Oh, sociology." I actually understand what it's saying. Um, Help me better understand interpersonal relationships, especially at work, school, at the gym, interacting with people that I don't really know, and also with my family, with family I don't really know very well either. How can sociological imagination be applied to help understand sociology in my life? Um, the person that coined the term sociological imagination was C. Wright Mills. He stated it as an awareness of the relationship between a person's behavior and experience and the wider culture that shaped the person's choices and perception. It's a way of seeing our own and other people's behavior in relationship to history and social structure. Page 9. Being able to accept differences in people because of their cultural background has allowed me to be more open-minded to others and other groups. This has greatly helped me, especially when I'm watching foreign media. One of my favorites is anime and manga, where I have to understand their different cultures and values are different from the West. And also another thing is my mother is Cuban and Hispanic, which makes me Hispanic, and this has helped me have empathy towards other groups that are different in a culture that they're not the majority. Definitions for sociological terms. Social forces. I already did all the other ones. The culture is a shared beliefs and values. That's pretty basic. Socialization. The process through which people are taught to be proficient members of society. That describes the ways that people come to understand societal norms and expectations, to accept society beliefs and be aware of social values. Very similar to conformity. Social institutions, patterns of beliefs and behaviors focus on meeting social needs. There's like governments and stuff like that. Relationships between the individual and society. I affect society with how I act simultaneously. Society ultimately determines how I act. So it's a cycle. Individual makes, and then society makes the individual. Sociology at the micro level that carries significance. One example I thought of was, that happened quite a lot, was in my high school, would be a fellow student that wore a weird outfit, and as a result he would be made fun of, or he would be laughed at by his peers, or like be put on the TikTok or something. This is a way that conformity is brought about by social media and peers and public schools. Another one, which is more broader, was a student that also lives in Oconee, but he goes to a different high school. One that's people that go there are more well off. They have a different view of where they live than people a couple minutes down the road that go to Oconee County High School, and this shows the different groups and social forces that play a major factor in socialization and how people act. Examples of sociology at the micro level. Agents of socialization, such as social media. There's a ton of these. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. There's like news, CNN, and Fox. You got the federal, state, and local governments. These are more of institutional, social institutions. Then you have Christianity and other religions. These are basic. They have norms and you can't break them. Football programs at OCHS. There's a big group of people that help you help teach work ethic and hard work. Okay. The culture of Xbox and other gaming platforms is very, very broad. Spending so much time at online becomes a part of one's or tons of people's personalities. How can sociological theory and research be used to help understand the relationship between individual and society? The examination of the society is best done with a plan that is agreed upon by most sociologists. The research plan or a scientific experiment plan as method as widely used by tons of different methods or specializations in science. The research that is completed is on topic that has caused a problem and has an impact on human society. So these are very relevant to tons of people around the world. So they're very needed to be studied. The most common method is surveys. This is because it's the easiest to be done, but it's not always the best. These can be these can get first-hand experiences from the people that live in the society in the society that you're studying, and also be as anonymous. Symbolic interactionism is the best theory of the main three of conflict theory and interest and theorists. The main theorists Herman and Reynolds note that this perspective sees people as being active and shaping the social world rather than simply being acted upon. I like that because it gives you can actually act. It's not just like, oh, I don't have any. Okay. The only one of the three to be a micro level theory. This is a positive in my idea because it shows impacts that every person feels. While at like a micro level, like the other two, they kind of easily brush over the common interactions that happen every day, and they put their main focus into the larger reasons and effects that society feels as a whole. Another quote at page 33 is studies that use the symbolic interactionist perspective are more likely to use qualitative research methods such as in-depth interviews or participant observation because they seek to understand the symbolic worlds in which research subjects live. I like qualitative data because it's more linked to the human society and human interaction. And quantitative data is usually really hard to get when talking about human society because it's always not firm. It changes a lot. Qualitative is the best methodology. Like what I just said before. Case study is the best research method. Quantitative data does not lend itself towards being useful for social interaction with studies about humans. Because it does not capture the meaning and feelings that involve human interaction. The case study is personal and specialized because it is one event that can be heavily analyzed and relied upon. Case studies usually provide numerous human observations that can be used as qualitative data. Ooh, what happened? That's not good. That's the last one.